Okay, so we'll start. In the last class, we've seen, what is Sonarqube and how to install that. Today, what we'll do is we'll install a database and we'll integrate the database into Sonar. Why? As I told you, so Sonar requires a database in order to store the results, whatever it is being analyzed. It is still running. Let it wait. No problem. So let's say if there is no database, what happens is like it will analyze it and but it will store. It will just simply, let's say we just scanned the code now. I mean, we analyze the code now. What happens? It will do it. But for when we did to the next time, this old one is gone. So it will store only one result. If you see here, this warning: embedded database should be used for evaluation purpose only. There is no support of migrating your data out of the different database engine. So let's say when you are when you want to upgrade the Sonar or when you want to move the Sonarqube into different server or something, any kind of action which you want to perform on Sonarqube, if there is no DB, you can't store it, right? So that's why you need a database. So what database we can do? We can create, I mean, anything. We It supports almost everything except MySQL. So Oracle or MS SQL or Postgres or all the relation databases, I meant to say, not the non-MySQL databases. So how to set up the DB? In just for our scenario, we will set up the sorry this one Postgres DB. So it means we have to install a Postgres DB in our Linux machine and integrate that with Sonar. So let's start with installation of DB. Post, sorry. Yep. Let's go to maybe the first link. We'll see just 3 4 commands usually. So blah blah blah, blah these are all there. JDK is there. This is the one. See, install Postgres. So this is the one. Let's try. Yeah, it's working. First, let's try to update. But oh, sorry. So next, what we have to do is install Java. It's already done yesterday. We have installed Java. Now we have to install Sonarqube. So for Sonarqube, we need this CA certificates, which will be by default present. We'll try. These are prerequisites. It's not there. It's installed. Done. Next, install -d user. So let's try. Mhm. Next, with curl, we're downloading the GPG key for this sonar. Oh, sorry. This is the full thing. G- It's downloaded. Next thing, we're adding the Postgres repository into apt sources.list. Which, if you remember, so I told you where the repositories will be stored. In if it is CentOS or Red Hat, It will be in m dot repose dot d. If it is Ubuntu, this is where etc apt sources dot list dot d or sources dot list. Now finally, so we have ins- install the prerequisites, because if you want to install, let's say Postgres is not available by default in Ubuntu. So that's why we are adding the keys, we are adding the repository and the package required for that. Then once we add the package, we have to update it obviously. Not just Ubuntu, any server, because then only it will start reading it. Now finally install the Postgres. It's installed. Yes. Now once it's installed, we have to switch to Postgres user. Let's try. Yes. If you want to do some actions on the Postgres DB, you have to go to Postgres user only. Now they gave some commands. Create Sonarqube user, create a DB Sonar. Let's try. Create Sonar user. Yes. Why the DB and why the user? I'll tell you. And we have created a user and we have created a DB also. Now we need to set a password for user. So we are going into Postgres shell. Postgres, you can see it. And now just copy it. Notepad. What is the password? Oh, sorry. Also maybe Sonar 123. Just as an example. Let's try this. Alt run now /q to exit. That's it. It's done. So now let's see. See, I told you DB is required because it needs to store the scanner information and everything. So that's why DB is there. Correct? That's okay. But why this username and password required? So what does it mean DB is required and we need to integrate with to SonarQube means SonarQube will talk to DB in order to store the results. Correct? So if SonarQube wants to store some data in the DB, it needs a database. Correct? That's why we created a Sonar database. The name is Sonar, the database name inside the Postgres. And why we need to create a user? Sonar, in order to store the results, SonarQube needs to access the database. It means it needs to authenticate in order to store it. So that's why the user is required. That's why Sonar user. But why can't we just use the existing users? We can use, let's say there is a root user. We can use the root user. But root user have all the access, right? So it's not safe to give root root user to SonarQube. That's why we created separate user for SonarQube and we are using that username and password for Sonar. Why? So that Sonar, whenever SonarQube wants to access the DB, it will use these credentials to log in and it will store the results in the DB which we created. Now it is safe, right? That's why we have created a user and we have created this one, password and the database to store it. That's what saying. Remaining Sonarqube, blah blah blah. You already seen everything. Blah blah blah. Only next thing we have to change. You know what is that? You have to define these. Uh, now, I mean, we have to define all these DB details in SonarQube configuration. Then only it will know, right? So let's mention it. opt conf. There is a file obviously sonar.properties. So let's go to database section here at the starting only you'll see. First, uncomment the user credentials. I mean, just two lines. Sonar.jdbc.username, sonar.jdbc password. What is the user which you just created? I think Sonar. What is the password? Sonar 123 if I remember correctly. So this is the credentials for the DB to connect. So Sonarqube uses these credentials to connect to the DB. Which DB? Postgres, right? If you scroll down a little bit, there will be Postgres. See Oracle, you can see here. If you are using Oracle, you will comment the Oracle. But if you are using, let's say, MS SQL, see, you will comment the MS SQL. If you are using Postgres, you comment this Postgres. You uncomment, sorry. So this is the like the parameter, I mean, which it is trying to connect to the JDBC URL. So localhost here you can give the server IP address, but localhost is fine because I'm running the DB and Sonar in the same server, right? So it's okay. Localhost is fine. Slash Sonar Cube. Here we have to change the DB name. Let's see what he have told. Blah, blah. So I think these are not required. Yeah. Postgres. We have to give the DB name. Correct. Now simply go here. Where is it? Yeah. Remove all these. Sonar, correct. Let's save it. That's it. Now I'll simply just save it. That's it. Now restart the Sonar. Let me go to Ubuntu user slash sorry, Sonar restart. Let's see. Let's see the status. It's running. Let's wait for a minute because Sonar will take time to restart. Now this, yeah. Let's wait for a minute. Still loading. It's failed. Let's see with console. Right. Now, as I told you, right, if you do with console, it will show the error. Maybe we did something wrong with the database. Sonarqube is stopped. Exit code 78. Mhm. Maybe this is the error. Maximum virtual memory area can be considered to increase the test to 6. Actually, Sonarqube have internally Elasticsearch, which required a virtual memory to be increased. So we let me just test it. This is a common error we see in Sonarqube. All what you have to do is just copy this command, paste it. Let's try if this works. I'll tell you. Yes, console. Mhm, mhm. I think it's working. It's very common error when you start Sonar. So what's happening is like initially, I mean not initially, internally Sonarqube have Elasticsearch. It is some in-memory store database. It usually store all these results and all. So the Elasticsearch. This expects, I mean even though our memory is 4 GB only, right? Correct? I mean physical memory, but virtually we have to define some limitations. Usually we'll be having some limitations in the system. So Elasticsearch expects little more because it's required more more memory, it requires more CPU and everything. So we are assigning that. So we are assigning that virtually to Elasticsearch internally. Come on, man, what's happening? Admin 123. What the hell? I'm using the same thing. Admin 123. We'll try admin. Ah, yes. Why? Because remember why there are. I mean, I tried admin 123, which I changed yesterday, but it didn't work. Why? Because the DB has been changed. The updated password is not present now. It's a new DB, right? Postgres DB we are using. So, whatever the updated password yesterday I did, it was storing in an old DB. I mean, old configuration, which we are not using. That's why it doesn't know the new password. Come on. Yeah. See now the error, whatever the warning is gone. Now we have set up a proper database for Sonarqube so that it will store the results. Correct? Got it? And the password error which you have seen. So it's because of the database. The database has been changed. Earlier I updated the password with the default database. So it has the updated password, but now the DB has been changed. So it's again asking to reset the password because it doesn't know. It doesn't have it. That's why we have updated the password again. Now, so we have Sonar ready, we have DB also ready. So next thing is we have to analyze the code, a sample project. Any project, I mean, it is not really matter. So let's take a sample Python project. So whenever if you want examples, you can try in GitHub. So there are used so many number of examples. Oh my god, this is too big. So let's not take this. Do I have Python? No. Let me just try installing Python. Why to take all this project? It won't take much. Don't worry about all these things. It will come on my own. But just for testing purpose, I mean, we want to analyze the code, right? So that's why I'm just installing Python. I'm creating the project by myself instead of downloading there. Mhm. Okay. I'll go to C drive. There's so many folders. Okay. What is this PC, this C, Python, do that. Okay, install for all users. Install. Not worry about all these things for now. I'm just creating my own project. That's it. Just to analyze it. Come on, let it install. Come on. Wait. Oh, that's okay. Let me just close it. It's not running. Okay, let's start. White one is there. Python 3 10 is there already. Okay, let me try. Python 3. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now let me create a project. Let me install. Forget about all these things. What I'm doing. So I'm just doing this for the sake of creating our own project. That's it. We got the project. Let's go. Yes, we got it. Yes, we got it running. Next, I'll just create a sample thing. Android. Just start with guys. That's it. Now let's okay. Is that now? Mm, okay. Now, do it again. Just a minute. To load all these things. Just creating an info. Yeah. So what all this? Let me just run. What is it? Sorry, I did wrong. So let's just open this project. Very sample project. Let's go to EC2 security group rule. Hmm. Don't worry of this. Yes, it is a firewall. When it comes to AWS, I'll tell you. This is the project. This is the project. This install worked successfully. Congratulations. Blah 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 something. You click slash register. This is the one. That's okay. So now our requirement is we want to analyze this project, right, with Sonarqube. Is that's correct, right? So now we have the code is ready. Some code is there. That is ready. Now what we have to do is we have to analyze this code and send the results to Sonar dashboard. That's what our requirement is. How to do it? So by default, Sonarqube does not do the scanning. I mean, it's just a dashboard where it represents, the code, what we scanned, what is the status of the code, how many issues are there, is it okay or not, everything it will store. But how the code should go to here, I mean how the analysis should go to here is we have something called sonar scanner. sonar scanner. So this guy, he's like an agent actually. So we have to download this sonar scanner and we have to give the details of the Sonarqube server. You got it right what I'm saying. This is the Sonarqube server. This is a scanner. So we'll connect these two things so that scanner will analyze the code and send the results to dashboard. Similar to like Git and GitHub. Git we use, it's a client we use it to connect to GitHub server and we push our code, we pull it and everything. Similarly here, what's happening? We use Sonar Scanner to analyze the code and push the code, I mean the results and everything to Sonarqube server. It's just a client and server. Similar thing. So all we have to do is download the client. So we have to download the client and we have to uh, configure. Yeah, this we will see. Don't worry. This is the thing. Where to download? Here is the file to download. Where is it? Except download everything is there. Yeah, download scanner for Linux or Windows, Mac OS. What is ours? Linux, right? Then let's download this one. Latest one you can download, but I'm not sure whether it works or not. So that's why let's download a little older version, 4.8.1. See, it's downloading directly like this. So simply copy the URL, wget, remove all these things. We got it. Yep, zip file. Simply keep it in anywhere. I mean, whichever is place. So I'm just keeping it in Opit. Yes, a common place, right? And here, sonar rifle scanner. Yeah, I got the sonar scanner. Correct. Let me rename this. Again. Yep. So now these are just zip files. You can remove it if you want. No, otherwise you can just simply keep it. Let's go to sonar scanner. So now all we have to do is now connect. First thing is connect this sonar scanner to Sonarqube. Then only it will send the results, right? See what this sonar scanner will do. It will analyze the code and will push the results to Sonarqube. But if it doesn't know where the Sonarqube is, what is the endpoint is, it can't do anything, right? So that's why you have to connect the sonar. So where you connect? Obviously there is a conf directory and that conf sonar.scanner.properties. Open it. So now define this. See sonar.host.url. It means it's expecting where the sonar URL is. So localhost 9000 is fine, or you can give your IP address of the instance. Both are anything is fine. There is no issues. So for now, let's keep it localhost. Why? Because scanner and server is running in same server. That's why. I'll show you how to scan from different server also. Maybe from my laptop, let's say. So scanner is ready. I mean, scanner can able to talk to server now. Now next thing, what you have to do from project side. Do we need to do anything? Yes. There is something called sonar project properties file we have to create. Then this here it is there. As an example, I'll show you. Yep, this is the sample properties file. Let's just copy this file, don't worry. Mm, Notepad. Let's paste it. Blah blah blah. Remove this uncommented things. Project name is required. Okay. This is yeah. These four properties which will define for the project. First thing, obviously, what is the project name? What is the project name? What is the project name? Let's give anything. Whatever it is, it will show you there. What is the project key? Project key means nothing but a unique key. Anything, it can be anything. An unique one. Let's say I'll use the same thing as my project. It does not really matter, but it should be unique. Let's say you are analyzing multiple projects. Every project should have their own key, unique key. So no one should use, no two projects should use same key. What is the project version? Let's say 1.0 for us now. Sonar sources. It means this is the way we have to give the path of the code where it is. So before telling this, I'll tell you this file, this content where it should be is we should create a file called sonar-project.properties. This is the file which we need to create. Where we need to create. This will be keeping in along with our source code, along within the project, along with the source code, correct? If you see. So now just create a file. In this file, we have to keep this. Where is it? Yeah. So now sonar.sources means where is the project code? Dot means current path, right? I think dot is correct because we have created a sonar.properties, project properties file within the project where the code is. So sonar.sources would be dot because the current path, correct? Is it okay? Is it? Can you understand what I'm saying? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, tell me. So yeah, sorry. So sonar.sources, this you can give anything, it does not matter. Sonar.sources is where your project code is. How you define that is based on where you created this file. Generally, in every case, not I mean, not generally every case, like everyone will keep this properties file within the project. This is our project code, correct? Forget whatever the inside it is. So I kept the same here. Let's try ls. See, I kept here, right? Now sonar.sources will be dot only. Let's say your project code is in some different path. You give that path, like let's say slash root something slash project path something. It does not based on the your requirement. I mean, but no one gives like that because they'll keep everything in a. I mean, they'll keep this project properties file within the project itself. That's why we call it project properties. Means we're defining the details of a project within this file. So it should be within the project, not outside it. So you create a Sonar properties file. Now what you do? Now you analyze it. Yeah, let me just refresh. Sonar is running. Okay. Admin. Yep. Now let's try how to analyze. Simple. Just type sonar hyphen scanner. That's it. Command not found. You know why? Because we are executing this command means we are calling the agent, sonar scanner agent. Then it will work. So there are two ways to call it. One is we have to give the full path opt sonar scanner bin sonar scanner. This one. Let's try. See, is it working? Correct. It failed for some reason. Let's see what is the error. Execution failure. See, error during sonar execution not authorized. Analyzing this project requires authentication. Please provide user token in sonar.login or create it credentials in sonar.login if possible. We need some. Sonar scanner is trying to talk to Sonarqube, but it has username and password if you remember, right? Correct. So it's expecting that either create a token and use the token. I mean, define the token in Sonar scanner or define the username and password. We have username and password, but maybe not the good way. Let's see whether we can create users or not. This is the user tokens is 0. This will come tomorrow, but for now I'm just creating. Expiration maybe no, generate. This is the one time thing. I'll go to server. What I do is in the sonar configuration, sonar scanner configuration, sorry, conf, we have to add a new line. Sonar dot login is equal to just paste this token. Let's see. So it leaves this token to authenticate to Sonarqube. Obviously, it's required that, right? Correct. Come on. Paste it. Save it. Now let's start analyzing again. We'll see. This is the sonar scanner. Mm-hmm. Looks like it's working. Let's see. Yeah, execution success. You see, analyze successful. You can find the results at Sonarqube dashboard. Let's refresh this dashboard. Go to projects. See, press as well. The project is came here, right? That's how it is. Got it? Let's do it one more time. Yeah, sorry. Someone unmuted. Any doubts?
No, no, no. Yeah.
So now let's try again. Why? Because I'm using this full path of sonar scanner. Instead of this, simply what I can do is, I can just set this as a env variable. Correct? I can set this as env variable, and I can able to use it. Simple. So maybe let's see. I'm sorry. Not it. Okay, there is no simple anywhere. Or you can instead of all this, let's forget about these things. Simply export. Now create an alias. Let's copy this. Now go to our project. Where is our project? Just see it's working. Usually that's how they do it. Simply create alias. What is the difference between alias and export? I mean, export is just we are setting a variable. Alias, we are setting up an alias for a command. Sonarqube is a command, right? In sonar hyphen scanner, sorry. The full path, whatever we gave, yeah, whatever we gave here, it's a command. So we are creating alias for a command. So that's how I use alias, not a variable. So now it's scanned again. Execution success again, and then successful. You can find the result set, blah 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 something. Let's see here. Is the is the project name we gave, correct? Yes, see, that's what it is. If you give your name, it will come your name. This is how SonarQube analyzes it. If any code errors are there, it will show here. This is overall code. One code smells, it seems. We don't know it. We don't know it. Obviously, we never, I mean, we don't write the code, but developer knows, okay, remove unused function parameter request something, blah, 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 something, whatever it is. Why this is an issue? So they'll give the reason also. Unused parameters are misleading. Whatever the value passed to such parameters, behavior will be the same. So they're saying some parameters used, but they're not using it. Remove it. It's not our problem anymore. So we analyze the code, we push the results to here. Now it's a developer problem. He had to check, he had to fix the issues. Whoever is working on it. Got it? So this is how usually, we analyze the code. It depends on the language also because if it is Java code, it's completely different. Completely different means the sonar scanner, my little change, my configuration little change. That's it. If it is Python, if you observe now, until now, we haven't. This is a Python project, obviously. We haven't mentioned that Python project anywhere. See, did we mention it in the configuration? Did we mention anywhere? Nothing. No, right? But still, it identified. Still, uh, it identified like this is the Python code because by default, as I told you yesterday, right? Sonarqube supports almost every language in the market. So it automatically finds out which language is that. We don't need to define anything. See here, Python it shows. If it is Java, it will show Java. If it is Ruby, it will show Ruby. Whatever it is. Got it what I'm saying until now?
Yes.
Now, mm, we can simply we can create another project. We can copy, analyze that also. So what we do, we can't create another project now. There is no time. So let's copy this project. So we'll copy this project and we rename the project. Correct? We renamed the project and now we scan this project. It's like a new project now. That's why I gave the name new project. Now go to this new project. Again, this new project has one project properties. Simply go here, change maybe e-commerce. Simply just click like that, whatever it is. So now what happens is, even though the code is same, it does not matter for SonarQube. Except what we change the project name, project key, right? That's it. That's it does not matter for SonarQube because as long as the project key is unique, it's considered it as a new project. Let's say here project key e-commerce. If I give Trust Agile the name here, it will think okay, both are same project. They just change the name and it won't consider as a new project. Just for our case, so we need two new projects to analyze. So that's why I kept like that. Usually for every project, there will be a separate key. Just like this, whatever the key they'll use. So now Sonar will consider as a new project. How to scanner, blah blah. Let's try. Mhm. So its execution successful. Let's go to project, refresh, see two projects. Correct. If you click on issues, these are project issues. All the project issues will be shown here. If you click on projects, these are the projects. You got it? Hmm? Any doubts so
Yes.
far?
No.
That's how you use the Sonar scanner to analyze your code and send the results to dashboard. I told two steps here. Analyze the code, send the results to dashboard. It means analyze the code, what you need. We need Sonar project properties file. So with project details, project key, project name. And send the results to dashboard means you have to make sure Sonar scanner is talking to Sonar Cube from the configuration. Got it? Now let's say It is done. I mean, I tried two new projects. In my laptop, I have some project, let's say. Let me try from that if it is works or not. So I'll try to copy the project from my Linux server. cd -i demo, click here. Sorry, what is the server IP address? I'm just copying the same code. Maybe I'll change the project name. That's it. Not really matter. Ubuntu. Sorry. So slash Ubuntu slash new project. Maybe here. Downloads are the same file. It, what? Permission denied. What is it? So sorry. CPI from I forgot the command. Let's see what. Yeah, it's copying. Let's copy the code. Meanwhile, I'll download the Sonar scanner in my laptop because I have project in my laptop and I have to scan the project and I have to push the the results to dashboard, right? So what I have to do? I need a scanner in my laptop, obviously. That's why I'm downloading it. This is the one Windows 64-bit. Yes, see, I downloaded the Windows. Let's see whether data is copied. Let's close it. It's not required. Go here, downloads. See, the scanner is still downloading. Let's wait. Meanwhile, I'll change this project. Sorry, go inside a project. On our properties file, obviously, I will be changing. It is Notepad plus plus. Okay, let's operate Notepad. I'll change the project key. Local project simply. And this also local project. Correct. Save it. Close it. And I'll rename this. Now this is the scanner we downloaded. Extract all. Yeah, extract to here. Mhm. Yes, I'll rename this folder to sonar scanner. Then downloads, I'll keep it. Okay. Now I'll download this. Delete this. Now go to sonar scanner. Same thing. See, everything is same. Just simply edit with notepad. Okay. Sonar scanner. What is it? We have to give the IP address now. Localhost won't work. IP address. Open here. Blah blah. Paste it. This is not required. Now we have to give sonar.token. I logged out of the server. Okay, let me log in. We can give username and password also, but not a good approach. Token also not a good approach. Usually they'll give a different thing. Means different thing means if they give token or username and password, they make sure no one is accessing the scanner. Scanner conf sonar properties. Yeah. So this is the token. I'll simply copy this and paste it. Correct. This is correct. And now what I do? For now, I'll give the full path of Sonarqube, so it's okay. I'll go to the project. Where is my, sorry, where is my project? Yes. Open the command line here. Now I have to call the Sonarqube scanner. I have to sonar scanner. So bin. Yes. Let's start. Mhm. Let's see how much time it will take. What? Yeah, it's going on. It's trying to identify the platform. It will take some time. That's okay. Let's wait. Let's patiently wait. The first time, obviously, it will be slow. Mhm. Come on, why this much time? It's going. Yeah, execution success. Go to Sonar. Refresh. Where is it? Yes, refresh. See, it came. That's it. That's how you analyze the code. It can be anywhere. I mean, in your laptop or in Linux server or a different server. So if the scanner is able to connect to the Sonarqube server, then it will analyze it and it will send the results to dashboard. If the scanner is not able to connect to Sonar server, it can't send. That's it. It can be anywhere. It does not matter where you're running the Sonar scanner. Let's say you use this IP address. This is the Sonar server where I'm running. You can analyze in your laptop with Sonar scan and you can send the results. If you can able to access this, if Sonar server from your laptop can able to access this, if it is not accessible, it can't send. That's it. So you can otherwise you can send it from anywhere. Got it? That's it for today. I mean, we have seen database setup, how to integrate database Postgres to Sonar, and how to set up Sonar scanner and how to analyze the projects and analyze send the results of the analysis of the projects to SonarQube server dashboard. So any doubts so far? Anything on today's class?
No, bro.
Others? Mostly Sonar finishes by Saturday. So tomorrow we'll see another project, how to maybe scan, maybe in project or something, so Java part something else, and we'll see these things. What are these things? What are these two? What is that? These options, and by that we'll close the Sonar. There will be one or two topics from Sonar, but that will be discussed when we start Jenkins. But yeah, for now, this is okay. Maybe tomorrow, Saturday, maybe last. So yeah, any doubts for today? Anything? No.
No.
Okay. So yeah, do practice. And yeah, we'll meet tomorrow again. Bye. Bye everyone.